Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Phi and this is Money Philosophy. Thank you for coming back for another day of Tesla analysis. Today we will go over the number of shares that Elon has sold thus far as of Friday afternoon, and we will also take a look at charts and project out the price target for the subsequent days as a result of continued selling by Elon. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I am a growth stock investor and a trader, and I'd love to share with you my investing and trading journeys. Let's get right into it. I have been under the weather a little bit, so I did not make any video over the weekend. I lost my voice completely, so today I'm trying to make another video for you guys, but admittedly my voice is still a little bit difficult to hear, so hopefully you'll still get the most out of it. Let's get right into it. So before we start on technical analysis, let's take a look at Dave Lee's summary here. Elon sold another 1.2 million shares as of Friday, November the 12th, and cumulatively he has sold the total of 6.36 million shares. Another 10 million shares to go, give or take. So here I put together price change for Tesla based on previous close, and these are the total number of shares that Elon sold over the last few days. Here are the price change from previous close. Obviously we're looking at just 6.36 million shares out of the total of 17 million shares. So Elon still have a little bit more than half to go off of the 10% that he indicated he would sell. So we probably would see more downside from here. Additionally, we see that the highest amount of shares that he sold on November 9th, which was the Tuesday after the weekend announcement, was about 3.1 million shares here. With Tesla 30-day average volume, you're looking at 28 million shares. So this is quite frankly a small number of shares compared to the overall daily 30-day average. I wouldn't say that Elon single-handedly moved the market. However, there's expectation and anticipation factor in the market. So when Elon pushes out 3 million shares in several tranches, it is expected that the price action will go down. To what magnitude, we don't know. For example, on Wednesday, he sold 500,000 shares and Tesla went up $45. So this is not necessarily indication of every time Elon sell, the stock would go down, right? It depends a lot on institutional buyers as well as retail buyers. I do think that there is a healthy base of buyers in Tesla. We can even see that in today's price action where the stock shot up toward the end of the day. And I do think that after Tesla shakes out the 17 million shares sold by Elon, there will be a lot to look forward to in terms of upside. So here's the daily chart for Tesla. As you can see that the price action today, Tesla moved pretty wildly. The low of the day was around $980, give or take. It is certainly heading down to this gap. The gap, as I mentioned in the past, is from $949 to $909. That is a $40 gap that is yet to be filled. Currently the 50 days SMA, which is this white line here and the white dotted line here, is at $889, which is pretty substantial compared to about a month ago when this number was hovering around 660, 700, 750. Now it is $889. For all intents and purposes, Tesla has gained a lot this year, even at $1,013. But I do think that there is more upside in the long run. Unless and until he is done with selling, I don't think the market can easily shake off the news and buy aggressively. And I think this is not a matter of fundamental. It is a matter of short-term momentum and perception in the market. But keep in mind that Q4 delivery result going to be outstanding, and this is a very minor distraction in the grand scheme of things. If you're looking at Tesla exceeding all expectation and delivering in the 950,000 vehicles or more, and subsequently the Q4 quarterly financial result is going to be outstanding as well, I do expect another run in Tesla. And if you look at the upside right now, I feel like the shares are artificially suppressed, but it is an excellent buying opportunity for those who are interested in buying. Let me zoom out a little bit to the weekly chart. You can see here the weekly chart. Tesla looks to be in correction territory. It is making a higher low still. So if Tesla ends the week below $949, that would not be a higher low. However, if Tesla ends the week right where it's at right now, that would be a higher low and it could still pull back up. However, the road from here to $1,200 is a very tough road. Tesla could get there in about a week or two if it has another run, but it does need a good catalyst. Otherwise, it could stay sideways or moving down further. Right now, in order for Tesla to change the trend substantially, it needs some serious money coming in to buy the stock. So I do think that Q4 is definitely such a catalyst, and I think that overall Tesla will continue to go up. If you look at Tesla currently, it is about 20% plus discount from all-time high. Historically, Tesla would move sideways, moving down a little bit before going back up. But I think this time around with Q4 just around the corner, the consolidation is going to be short. Let's go to the hourly chart here. Tesla moved down almost 2% today, down $20, and ended the day at $1,013. Toward the end of the day, within the last 2 hours, Tesla did shoot up pretty significantly, going from $982 all the way up to about $1,032 before retracing back and ended the day at $1,013. So it is very important to note that you have very strong buyers coming in always toward the back half of the day and buy Tesla substantially. If you look at over here, similar situation here with the last hour, Tesla reversed all the downtrend and then continue to move up after hours. So I do expect Tesla to change the trend anytime now. And if you think about it, for the 6.3 million shares that Elon sold, somebody bought them. The company hasn't changed anything in fundamental. Elon hasn't done anything differently as a leader except for selling stocks, and people out there are buying stocks. So I don't really see why the stock should be moving down substantially more than this, but that's from a fundamental standpoint. From a technical standpoint, Tesla has a little bit of room to go down. The trading range for tomorrow is on the upper end, $1,037, almost touching yesterday's high. So be very careful if you trade, because chances are when Tesla touched yesterday's high or today's high, it would move back down. The middle pivot point is $1,008 and the bottom pivot point is $953. That is only a few dollars away from touching the gap. The gap should start at $949, and when Tesla moved down below $945, I expect it to move all the way down to $909 to fill the gap. Quite frankly, the faster the move, the less painful it is, and the more opportunity it is for traders to scoop up on shares for short-term holdings and for calls. If you are a long-term shareholders, I think 909 is a good opportunity to enter. For call options, I would hold off until Tesla hit $889. Now I know that sounds pretty unrealistic at this point, but stock tends to move back to 50 days SMA during bullish trend. So if you look at the daily chart here is the 50 days SMA, and the red line is the 200 days SMA right now at $731. Tesla pulled pretty far away from 50 days SMA for a little while, extremely higher than 50 days SMA. Down here, it only makes sense that it would pull back either closer to or at 50 days SMA. If Tesla, for whatever reason, flew past 889 below 50 days SMA and down to 850, that would be a biggest party in my mind for the bulls, because that is an excellent opportunity to buy call options or to buy additional shares. Granted, that is $150 from here, so I mentally do not want to see it in a single day, but it can happen, right? It could also happen by the end of the week, so keep that in mind. As shareholders, we have to be strong and mentally prepared for downside price action. Keep cash on the side if you are committed in the stock. Definitely buy more shares if you're interested in holding the stock long term. If you think of Tesla shares as a $3,000 $1,000 stock or a $7,000 stock, I don't think it matters when you buy it, whether $1,000 or $900 or $889 for that matter. But as a trader, I do think an entry point is very important. So if you do enter right below 50 days SMA, that is a good optimal point. That is not to say that Tesla won't move down further, but that is to say that there is a good opportunity for Tesla to bounce once it hits 50-day SMA or move slightly below 50 days SMA. Worst case scenario, if Tesla move between 50 days to 200 days SMA, that is a very dangerous territory because it could get into 200 days SMA and then very hard for it to lift back up because that would be in the bearish territory. For right now, I still think that this is a correction and it will have more downside in the short term. Keep in mind of this gap from 949 to 909. It is a very important gap that Tesla is heading toward right now. When Tesla does go back up, I'd like to see it consolidate around 1,044 a little bit longer. And then the upside, we have 1,078, 1,097, $1,105, $1,114 for now in the immediate term. So all those are fair range for Tesla right now. It is extremely highly volatile. You probably have noticed that the premium for calls or put options are substantially high at this point. But it is part of trading Tesla and owning Tesla. The stock is extremely volatile. That wouldn't change anything in me investing. I wouldn't have changed anything in my ability to invest in Tesla and hold through all of these downside, however. So I hope that you find the information helpful and that you will hold strong through the correction here if you are a long-term shareholders. If you are a short-term options holders or traders, I think there is an opportunity to buy Tesla shares and wait for the next run into Q4. Until the next video, bye.